Morning. It's Wednesday, April 8th. It's getting harder to keep track of the days for me. It's time to do some math. Tomorrow is Thursday, and tomorrow I'm going to start when I'm done with the lessons, probably about 9 o'clock, dropping off new work and picking up your completed work. So make sure you have your stuff on your doorstep so I can get what you need. And when you're doing that, would you please also turn in your soft covered books, and I'll give you new soft covered books, but keep your big Super Kids reader. We're in Eureka Math this morning, and it looks like we're going to continue with what we've been working on, but we're going to extend it to dimes and pennies. So I have some real dimes and pennies here to help us count. And we're going to start with, it just says, fill in the place value chart and the blanks. So we know that it's already grouped for us, and so we count 10, 20. And so that is 2 10s and 0 1s. 20 equals 2 10s because there's 1 10 and 2 10s. Number 2 has a bag of peanuts that has 10 in them. And then they have some extra ones, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So there is 1 10 and 4 ones. 14 equals 1 10 and 4 ones. This time it's money. Now I'm going to use real money so you can see it, because that is kind of, when it's just in black and white, it's harder to see. So we have 3 dimes, and the dimes are worth 10, and the pennies are worth 1. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to count them just like we did with the other ones when it was apples or carrots or peanuts, okay? So we have a group of 1, 2, 3. So the question is how many dimes? So there's 3 dimes, and how many pennies? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pennies. And so I write 3 dimes and 5 pennies. So all together we're going to count them up. 10, 20, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So 35 equals 3 10s and 5 1s. Okay? This time they put the pennies on this side and the dimes on that side. So I'm going to do it just like they did it. They did 6 pennies and 2 dimes. And there are my, 6 pennies and 2 dimes. I'll put them closer so you can see them all in one shot. Okay? So we're going to count the dimes. There are 1, 2 dimes. So write a 2 in the dimes box. And how many pennies? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pennies. So altogether there are how many equals 2 10s and 6 1s? 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Let's count it again. 10, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 equals 26 equals 2 10s and 6 1s. Our next ones, it looks like there's just pennies in that. There are no dimes. Let's look closer so I can see better. Those are all pennies. Abraham Lincoln is on one side and the Lincoln Memorial is on the other. These are all pennies. Let's count how many. So we can put right here how many if dimes are there. Right, there's 0 dimes. And how many pennies? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 pennies right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pennies. So 6 equals 0 10s and 6 1s. And the next one we have a dime, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pennies. So I'm going to put them over here. And there are, so the first question is, how many dimes? 1, 2. Put a 2. Oops, I did that kind of messy, sorry. Holding it funny and I couldn't do it. There, that's better. Kind of messy still. How many dimes? 1. I'm sorry, how many pennies? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 5 pennies. So down at the bottom you say 25 equals how many 2 10s and how many 1s? 5. Good. So now we understand that when we say 1s or pennies, we're talking about the same amount. Okay? What does this look like? There's no pennies this time, huh? It's all dimes. And dimes are worth 10. Each one is worth 10. So we say 1, 2, 3. So there's 3 10s. And how many 1s? There's none, huh? Because there's no pennies. So I wrote a 0 in the 1s. So 30, because that's the number, equals 3 10s. And how many 1s? 0. Perfect. Okay, let's look again. This time they put the dimes on this side and the pennies over here. And how many pennies are there? Good. So I have, first we're going to count the 10s. So we count 1, 2, 3 10s. And how many 1s? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I put 4 1s. The number is 34. So 3 10s and 4 1s equals 34. Okay. Turn to page 26, and we're going to do the other side of the problem set. The directions say, fill in the blank, draw or cross off 10s or 1s as needed. So here they gave an example. 10 more than 25 is 35. And so they added a dime, another 10. Okay, the first one says 1 more than 15 is, we have to add one little circle. So now we have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and we count that one, 16. 1 more than 15 is 16. Okay? Now we're going to say 10 more than 5 is. So now we know we have to make a 10, a quick 10 drawing. That will be our 10. Let's count on from 10. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 10 more than 5 is? Good, 15. This time we have 1, 2, 3 of dimes, so we count them 10, 20, 30, and it says 10 more than 30 is. So we need to add a dime, and I'm going to put a 10 cents there so we know it's a dime. And now we're going to count them again. 10, 20, 30, 40. 10 more than 30 is 40. Good job. 1 more than 30 is. We have 1, 2, 3, or 10, 20, 30. And this time we're just going to add a penny. So we're going to put a 1 cent in the penny. And we're going to count again. 10, 20, 30, 1. So 1 more than 30 is 31. 1 less than 24 is. So this time we have to cross off one of them. We're not going to cross off a dime, we're just going to cross off a penny because it says 1 less. Whoops, dropped my pencil. So we're going to count 10, 20, 21, 22, 23. 1 less than 24 is 23. Let's go on. 10 less than 24 is. So we have 24 and we have to cross off 10 cents. So we're going to cross off one of the dimes. And we're going to count 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 10 less than 24 is 14. The question says 10 less than 21 is. This is a penny and these are dimes. We need to cross off one of the dimes. So now we count 10, 11. 10 less than 21 is 11. This time let's read the directions. 1 less than 21 is. I have to cross off one of the pennies because that's a 1. And I'm going to count what's left. These are both dimes, so we know they're 10. 10, 20. 1 less than 21 is 20. Good job. And you continue on with the same things on your homework. And on this side, this is just for practice. If you want some extra practice, you can use real dimes and pennies, and you can do 10s and 1s. Before you go, I want you to look at the dimes again for me. Dimes have that little head. They're silver, but on our paper, when it's all black and white, it's harder to see, so you need to look at what it says. And on this side of the dime, there's it looks like a plant, kind of. The pennies they use in theirs have the Lincoln Memorial on one side and Abraham Lincoln's profile on the other. So that's how you can tell them apart. Okay, have fun.